Wow, 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 wow. I am live on YouTube. Do you know the last time I've been on YouTube? Like 3 weeks ago. That is like 10 dinosaur years ago. Insane, crazy, ridiculous. This is a late night live. It is 9:51 here in Chicago. My God. So will anyone tune in? I don't know. But I'm here. Hmm. This channel is going to be now dedicated to my reviews for reality TV. I beg your pardon for my absence. For those who don't know, and I think everybody does, my daddy was in the hospital. I was not mentally prepared to be here with y'all on YouTube while this was all going down. I wanted to review Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I still might go back and review this season just late with the episodes. And hi to whoever's in here watching. If you are not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I call my people my besties. And if you want to be a bestie, all you got to do is subscribe. This channel is going to be dedicated for the rebukes and reviews, okay? Rebukes and reviews. And I am starting a new channel for the lifestyle content and spiritual content, churchy Christian content that some of you guys love from me. So, but this one, we're going to keep this about the rebukes and reviews. So, welcome. We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. I believe it's season 10 premiere. I watched it and I want to talk about it. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my notes. Baby, I miss you. Listen, I didn't even tell y'all I was coming. So hopefully somebody show up. But yeah, y'all. I'm sorry. My daddy was in the hospital for 60 days and I was just mentally not at YouTube. But things are better. And this channel here, we'll just be talking about reality TV, cultural commentary, all that type of stuff. And on the other channel, which I'm starting like tomorrow, we will be getting into our Christian girl content, lifestyle, all the good stuff. So y'all stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Anyway, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Thank you. He is doing so much better. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Did y'all watch the episode? If not, it's okay because I'm about to rebuke and review it. All right, so we start the season out not showing Karen's face, but showing Karen as she leaves jail. I love me some Karen. Karen is my favorite Real Housewife of Potomac. I love me some Grand Dame. That is my girl. I love her, love her, love her. She does no wrong. Even when she's wrong, she ain't wrong for me. No, I'm just playing, y'all. I could call out people when they're wrong, but I love Karen. So it's apparently her, though they're not showing her face, it's apparently her breathing and snorting and crying and whatnot, which would be appropriate to start, an appropriate place to start. Seeing as so last season, they production gave us that beautiful being footage of her or of them reenacting her accident. So I'm glad to report that the Grand Dame is home and I'm praying she's doing much better. Although some people on Twitter was dragging her the other day because she went to the Chris Brown concert. Like, y'all, that lady's in her 60s. Let her do what she want to do. If Rihanna's no longer holding on to it, baby, y'all gotta let Chris Brown leave rent free in y'all head. Y'all gotta let that man go. Anyway, so we start the season out with Giselle 2 days after Karen's sentencing. Ashley comes over, and I just want to report that I still cannot stand Ashley at all whatsoever. And let me pause. If y'all have not hit that thumbs up button, what are we doing? What are we doing? Que pasa? Okay, let's hit the thumbs up button. Um, So Ashley comes over, and then Wendy and Kiana come over as well, and they're riding together. So Stacy is the last to come to Giselle's house, and I can tell that I'm not about to like the way they're going to do Stacy this season. And one thing about the devil will try to set you up for failure to make other people dislike you, to change the narrative. But if you keep on living, yada basha, The older people say, if you gonna dig one grave, you gotta dig two. Okay, because the ditch for you playing for me might just be for you. Ashley and Giselle, really, I believe y'all know how they do their yearly little lunch dates that they take their pictures at right before the season starts or right before they start filming. I believe they sat there and plotted for for Stacy to be the punching bag this season. They plotted for that, but I believe Stacy's gonna be the class favorite. Creepy says, how is Ashley still on this? I really don't know. And we're going to get into Ashley. I got a lot to say about her. We're going to get into her. I don't know how Ashley's on the show still. She's I've been ready to move on from her since season 2. Yet she's still here. I think they didn't want to let Ashley go because of the Michael Darby of it all and his butt pinching and all this stuff. I think they really just did not want any lawsuits and things like that. That's what I think. So moving forward, they are all talking about Karen, who is in state prison. Wendy is saying she and Karen had their differences, but she wants what's best for her. And I'm going to need either Wendy or Karen to put a name on these differences immediately. Because one day they were cool, the very next at the reunion, they were not. And I want to know what exactly happened in your relationship, ma'am. So Ashley said she heard the news and she was crying, and I don't believe Ashley at all. She has labeled um, so many women on this show as alcoholics and mislabeled them. I don't believe her. Ashley throws shade all the time. I'm just sick of her and her forehead. Um, And you know what, Ashley? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I want Ashley and her forehead in prison. I want her and her husband in prison. I want that off brand dress barn excuse for a clothing line in prison. I want Ashley away from me ASAP. Get her off the show. So Karen was right that what she and Ray have is an institution. And I believe Ashley is upset because her free feeling husband needs to be institutionalized. And I'm sick of her. And we're only 10 minutes into the episode, okay? rebuke. So Stacy is maintaining that she did not pay that gay man to be her boyfriend. Stacy is maintaining that she did not pay that gay man to be her boyfriend. Here's what I will say. While a part of me does not believe her, I would like to move on from this. We will never know the truth. And the truth of the matter is, while TJ's talking about suing and all this stuff, the show came out like a year or so ago. TJ still has not put out an ounce of proof that Stacy paid him or agreed to pay him to be her man. Not an ounce of proof, but everybody's down her back. She's lying. I believe she is too about the TJ thing. But again, he ain't put out not an ounce of proof. And I don't like that he even did that to her. Like, why would you put her out there like that? But again, what the enemy means for evil, God turning around for your good. Because even with him doing all of that, it really propelled her into having a next season on this show. So thank you to TJ. He probably was putting her out there because he was upset that she stopped letting him play in her heels. I don't know. But I like TJ. I don't like TJ. I hate the way that he was talking to her. So if she was paying you, you know what? If she contracted him to be her boyfriend for last season, I wouldn't pay him anyway because he did a horrible job. He was very rude and condescending. And he just let it be known he couldn't stand her the whole time. So you ain't playing my boyfriend, you playing my biggest eye. You gotta go. Anyway, Kiana says to Stacy that she heard she was trying to get on the show for years. And Stacy said, girl, I've been on television for years. I don't need this. I know that's a sensitive topic for you. And when I tell you both me and Wendy hit the floor when Stacy read her, Yes, Stacy. Stacy be reading these girls left and right, even though she don't be telling the truth. None of these women on this show tell the truth. Like all of them have been caught up. It keeps the hold on, girl. You think he both handed? You think he's both handed? I don't bit Mo think TJ is both handed. I think TJ is left handed all the way. All the way left handed. I think that baby is completely left handed. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. All right, anyway. And shout out to all the left-handed people out there. Y'all, I think it's today is like National Lesbian Day or something. So shout out to the left-handed women who watch me. God bless y'all. Um he left. Bruh. That just told me to shreds. Do you hear me? Okay. Lord Jesus. Um, so Stacy goes on to say, I am not the first, nor will I be the last woman to be hurt by a man. Every woman in here has experienced that. Giselle said, no. She said, she said, Giselle, you haven't been hurt by a man. And let me just tell y'all, Jamal Harrison Bryan is Giselle's Achilles heel. He is the thorn in her side. He is the gift that keeps on giving. That in anytime you want to read Giselle, just bring up Jamal Harrison Bryan. Baby, the mention of Jamal Bryan without even saying his name is gonna humble her every time. Not humble, humble. The H is silent to make you go even lower. The mention of Jamal Harrison Bryant, and even what's that other man name who embarrassed her on this show? Like they were saying he was with somebody else, and that's yeah, and she stopped bringing real boyfriends on after that. The big, tall, big, dark skinned one, him too. Baby, they almost just there. Stacey said, "You haven't been hurt." Baby, I was cackling. Okay, so Giselle said, "No, don't lose in your mess." And accountability is what this group is all about. That's what she said. And Stacy grabbed her pocketbook, put up her church finger, and shondoed right out the door. And I was cackling. And I think it's very rich that y'all talking about accountability, but we'll get to it. So Giselle said that she and Ashley didn't want to do it, but when they were in LA, they sat at a table with TJ's best friend who gave them some receipts that TJ is suing her for his earnings. Giselle said, what we're not gonna do is have her not be accountable for her lies. I wish I could see my face right now because girl, what? Um, and I just want to know, did the paperwork find that Stacy was found guilty in the court of law? Because if not, that doesn't prove that she was lying, although I believe she is. Anyone can sue anyone. Just because I'm suing you doesn't mean you're guilty. It just means I'm accusing you. And I just also want to know, when had accountability been such a core value of this group? Especially for Giselle and Ashley to be leading the charge about accountability. Giselle, you have yet taken accountability for lying about being in a relationship with Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant while he was dating with other women. You was pretending like y'all was getting back together. Yet to take accountability for that. Yet to take accountability for Monique's last reunion where you was hollering and screaming at her and cussing her out, but they ain't air that. You ain't take accountability for that. You have not taken accountability for the plot against Monique and her youngest child's paternity. How are you being the accountability police? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Where's the agreement? If he, what's the baby name? RJ, LJ, KJ, whatever his name is, ain't never dropped TJ. That's it. Ain't dropped not nan receipt. He just been threatening to drop receipts for 2 years. Where is the agreement? Where is it? Because I don't believe he has a hint of proof about the agreement. Stacy gives me very intelligent, so I don't think she sent him an email and text. Nothing. Just verbal. Do you have proof? Did you record? Where is the proof? It's her word against his. And while she does very obviously seem to be not telling the truth, I like her so much that I don't give a darn. So anyway, next we see that 2 months later, Wendy is doing yet another project because y'all know she got a project at the beginning of every season. This one is her house. Ashley Darby. My God, I can't stand her. Ashley is donating clothes. Did y'all hear me? Ashley Darby. Ashley Darby is donating clothing. I just want to know, what did the homeless people do to deserve that? Girl, have y'all seen the way Ashley dressed? Now, I've noticed this season she's stepping her clothing up because she got a black friend slash stylist. And I said, oh, wow, interesting. When you get black friends, she was donating clothes on this show. She was like, yeah, we're going to donate clothes. Ashley, these people are homeless, not tasteless. Why are you donating your clothes? Ashley, please. I guarantee you they don't want it. Anyway, Stacy goes out with a white man, and I'm like, okay. And he got a piece of an accent. And then I said, hold on. This her husband, girl. I said, Stacy said, if Mia could do it, then I can too. And this lady done got back with her husband. She got her a good, yeah, using him as an accessory, right? Um, so she got back. When I say using him as an accessory, let me read these comments while I'm Creepy says she got her a good black gay. She's using the gay man as an accessory. Stacy is trying to collect her check and but I actually think her and her husband are back together for real. I do. And I think that some people were saying she was way more into it than him. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't think so. I think he's the white version of Charles Oakley. I think he's just a nonchalant man. I do. I think he's just an easygoing man, laid back, not gonna show too much emotion, type of man. But time will reveal. Kiana and her mother is very beautiful, by the way, are at the house and they're talking about the fact that Kiana and her man broke up. She moved out and now he is getting her back. And I just want to say, Kiana, you're dumb for that. I hate the way that man speaks to her. The fact that your whole family is against it. The way that he spoke to you on national television tells me everything about the way he speaks to you in private. Usually people try to clean stuff up if they know they're gonna be on camera. The fact that he didn't give a darn about censoring himself or anything on TV lets me know he disrespects you for fun. I don't like it. You're in her. I think it makes you look stupid, and your mom is in agreement with us. End it. So anyway, Ashley the gold digger is divorced. I don't like Ashley. Have I said that already? But baby, they said Ashley got 20 million about that man. I said, Jesus, deposit the check. So anyway, she's at this boutique looking for outfits for her divorce party, and I agree with Stacy. I don't understand why people are so fascinated with divorce parties, but shout out to Sheree. I feel like everybody got that from her, so shout out to her. Stacy comes in and she is very complimentary of Ashley. Ashley brought her there, however, just to be messy. She brings up the lawsuit, and Stacy is just like, "This is so stupid. I've already told you the truth. I'm not gonna allow you and your imaginary friend." When she told that lady the lady was imaginary, I was just hollering, hollering. She's not gonna let her and her imaginary friend upset her. And she said, "I told you the truth. And the truth, do you want to hear the truth? The truth is that she has forgiven TJ and she's completely in a new space." And Ash's like, "Oh, girl, please." No, she is in a new space with her ex husband. That is hilarious. Um, so Stacy says she's not about to deal with Ashley and the friends in her head. And I just want y'all to know Stacy be eating these girls up. She says she doesn't care if these girls think she is fake. And at the point in which she says she don't care, Ashley, that would have been the point in which you stopped talking. Like you keep trying to drag it, but I was over it. At the point in which she was like, "I don't care if you guys think I'm fake." I thought it was time to let it go. Ashley, however, then asked her if she is divorced because her divorce isn't in the Virginia database. And I said, "Okay, well, what if they filed for divorce in Maryland? Why did you only look in the Virginia database? What if you spell her last name incorrectly? What if they file under their initials?" So Stacy says, "While you're Googling me, you need to Google Jan." She said, "While you Googling me, you need to be Googling a vocal coach." I said, not Jan Smith, the lady that Kim Zolciak did the first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta with. Ashley has too much time on her hands and too much dip on her chip, but what else do you have to do with brand new money and nothing else to do? They were off season filming, so she ain't got nothing else to do. She gets a lot of help with her kids, so yeah. I said, "Baby, she told you to call Jan Smith," and I was hollering. So Stacy walks out again, and Ashley says her breath is hot. And girl, I just feel like that is rude. I feel like to bring that up on camera instead of pulling that lady to the side so you could perpetuate that, they're just not cool. Because people can't get away from those rumors. I think that's not cool, and I think that makes you so much of a mean girl and not a girl's girl. Disgusting. So Giselle's kids are in college and she loves to walk around naked, and I do not care. We get a new curvy housewife named Angel. She is a real life friend of Kiana. Angel is actually from Potomac. She's a journalist married to a former Denver Bronco. I said, "Ooh, y'all trying to get a Monique 2.0?" And she actually seems like a boss and her man fine. Okay. I ain't gonna hold y'all. He's probably the finest man on Bravo. Definitely finest husband on this show. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that. So the ladies go quote unquote hiking. They was just walking, child. And the way they would have had to edit out my breathing if I was in that scene, because no, I haven't. And then, yeah, no, it's too much going on. So Angel tells us that Ashley was a bottle girl at her restaurant, which is interesting to know. She also kind of knows Wendy. Kay tells her that Wendy has been acting weird towards her, and I'm like, girl, I already don't care. I don't care before you even tell us about it. So we get a new friend of, well, I don't know if she's a housewife or a friend of what I do, creepy. I don't know if the breathing. I don't know if she's a full time housewife or a friend of, but anyway, her name is Tia. She is Giselle's friend and a high end realtor. She is British. She's a princess. She's from London and Nigeria. They go up to Ashley's second bloom ball, and everything Ashley does doesn't make sense. So, of course, that's why she called it the second bloom ball, because Ashley just loves to not make sense. Um, they go up to the second bloom ball, and Sharice is there, and I just want them to stop inviting that lady to the cookout, please. Anyway, Kiana and Angel show up, and I don't know why Kay has on a tiara to someone else's party, but hey, here we are. Stacy model walks into into the party, looking beautiful. By the way, she just looks like a model. She generally speaks, and Kiana waves her hand so close in her face to make her speak to her, and I just thought that was so ugly. One thing about this reality shows, they really harp on people not speaking to you and stuff. If I have beef with you, I don't like you the last setting we were in, I might not speak to you. And like, what are you gonna do about that? Like, what you finna do? Baby, the way I would have bit Kiana finger off for being in my face that close, that was just very ugly. Ugh. And the thing is, I like Kiana. Please don't get on my nerves, girl. I got a feeling you're gonna get on my nerves this show, but please stop. Wendy comes in looking like the belle of the ball. This actually looks like it's her event. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Her skin is absolutely glowing. Face beautiful, dress beautiful. And she said she don't know Angel like that. She looked familiar, but she don't know her. I said, oh God, Nene. Oh God, Nene. If this ain't Nene and Phaedra all over again. But they did the same thing with NECA, right? And she was like, I don't know that lady like that. Wendy will not let these people come on this show through her at all. So the announcer introduces Ashley as a duchess, and we are all confused because, boy, what? Ashley don't come from no royalty. We saw her family. She comes from poverty. Wendy always does too much. I liked her doing too much, so I ain't gonna hold you. um, So Ashley comes down, and her introduction or her entrance was absolutely chaotic. She couldn't hardly make it down the stairs. I don't think her dress fit quite well because as she was moving, the cups was moving. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know I just don't like Ashley. Moving on. Giselle and Wendy are speaking about her dress, and Kiana comes over. Wendy keeps talking, and Kiana saying, she's like, that was rude. I'm here. I'm like, girl, she was already speaking to Giselle. Please don't get on our nerves, Kiana. You starting to act like a 5-year old. And so I feel like Karen going to prison, okay, without mailing Kiana the etiquette book first was a disservice to all of us. That same etiquette she was trying to teach Ashley in season 1, she should have ran that by Kiana before she went in the clinker. So anyway, Kiana says she feels like Wendy is being fake because she told her she was sponsoring an event, and Wendy told her she was coming but didn't tell her she was speaking. And Wendy said, girl, I wasn't trying to take away your shine. Basically, I hyped you. I told you, like, okay, girl, yeah. And it feels like Kiana is grasping for straws. She said the next time she saw her, Wendy was speaking, and when she came there, Wendy didn't pause and acknowledge her. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. Two things can be true. I do think that Kiana sounds very petty and childish. But I also, being a fan of this show, I also am aware that Dr. Wendy Osefo can be very condescending. She did it her first season with Ashley. I just didn't care as much. But she did it her first season with Ashley. She did it with Karen, etc. Dr. Wendy can be very condescending. And I think a part of that, uh, I, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, is what the stereotype of Nigerians is. That's just what it is. And so when you think of the stereotype of what people believe Nigerian people who come to America is, it is Dr. Wendy Osefo, and she comes across as very condescending. So I think that's what Kiana was trying to say. But Kiana, next time you confront people, you need to come with better examples, baby, because that was not it. You didn't articulate yourself well at all, and you look like a fool, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Okay, next, Ashley starts shading Stacy about her breath, and Stacy blew the breath of life in her face like she was God and Ashley was Adam. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I would have slapped Stacy, and I love her. That was insane. I do want y'all to know that Stacy is my favorite so far. She asked to speak to Ashley alone. They get to arguing about whether or not Stacy is a liar. And Ashley says that Stacy is a full grown woman. And Stacy calls her a messy devil. And I was like, and is. Okay, so that was the full episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. I hope y'all enjoyed my rebuke and review. I will be back for more episodes. And then, are y'all watching Bell Collective? Are y'all watching Bell Collective and Salt Lake City? Y'all write down in the comments. Let me know if you are watching Bell Collective and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I would like to review those. So I think I'm going to go back to the top of the season, starting with episode 1 for each show, and just go ahead and review them. So I hope y'all stay along for the ride. And make sure y'all like the video, comment down below, share the video. And you haven't gotten into those, girl, they're good. I watched Bell Collective episode 1 of this season. I was like, excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch those. Y'all tune in, and I will see y'all for the next review. Also, stay on the lookout for my community tab, because I will be posting the link for my brand new channel where I will be doing lifestyle and Christian girl content. All right, I love y'all. Bye bye.